The New Year Honours 1893 were appointments by Queen Victoria to various orders and honours to reward and highlight good works by members of the British Empire. They were published on the 2nd of January 1893. The recipients of honours are displayed here as they were styled before the new honour and arranged by honour, with classes and then divisions as appropriate. British Empire. Knight Bachelor John Tankerville Goldney, Chief Justice of Trinidad. Order of the Star of India Knight Commander Anthony Patrick MacDonald, CSI. Indian Civil Service, Chief Commissioner of the Central Provinces. Kumarapuram Sheshadri Iyer, CSI. Dewan of Mysore. Companion Trevor John Chichley Plowden, Indian Civil Service, resident at Hyderabad. Raja Uday Pratap Singh, of Binga in Udh. George Robert Elsme, Indian Civil Service, Senior Financial Commissioner in the Punjab. John Frederick Price, Indian Civil Service, Chief Secretary to the Government of Madras. Order of St. Michael and St. George. Knight Commander of the Order of St. Michael and St. George Hubert Edward Henry Jerningham, CMG, Lieutenant Governor and Colonial Secretary of the Colony of Mauritius. Anthony Colling Brownless, LLD MD CMG, Chancellor of the University of Melbourne. Major George Sydenham Clark, Royal Engineers, CMG, late Secretary to the Colonial Defence Committee. Companion of the Order of St. Michael and St. George Captain Sir Baldwin Wake Walker, BT, Royal Navy, for services as Senior Naval Officer engaged in the protection of the Newfoundland fisheries. Francesco Vella, Collector of Customs and Superintendent of the Ports of the Island of Malta. William Robinson Boothby, B.A., Sheriff of South Australia. Charles Anthony King Harmon, M.A., or Auditor General of the Island of Barbados. Samuel Yardley, Secretary to the Agent General in London for the Colony of New South Wales. Major Arthur Herbert Kenny, Royal Engineers, for services as British representative on the Joint Commissions for the delimitation of the boundaries between the colonies of the Gambia and Sierra Leone, respectively, and the adjoining French possessions, under the Anglo-French Agreement of 10 August 1889. Order of the Indian Empire. Knight Commander His Highness Sher Muhammad Khanji Jorawar Khanji Loani, Dewan of Palanpur. Mir Jam Ali Khan, CIE, Jam of Lasbia. Major General Edwin Henry Hayter Cothlen, CIE, Indian Staff Corps, Secretary to the Government of India in the Military Department. Raja Amir Hassan of Mahmudabad. Lieutenant Colonel William Brereton Hudson, CIE, Commandant of the Bihar Light Horse. Companion William Benjamin Oldham, Indian Civil Service, Commissioner of Chittagong. Nawab Amir Uddin Ahmed Khan Bahadur, Fakhruddin Aula, Chief of Loharu. Maharaja Harballabh Narayan Singh, of Sonbasa, Bengal. Colonel Kenneth James Locke Mackenzie, Indian Staff Corps, Commissioner of Berar. Colonel William Gordon Cumming, Royal Engineers, Chief Engineer and Secretary to the Chief Commissioner of Burma. Lieutenant Colonel George Frederick Leicester Marshall, Royal Engineers, Chief Engineer and Joint Secretary to the Lieutenant Governor of the Punjab. Sardar Jagat Singh, Sardar Bahadur, of Kalalwala. Edward Horace Banj, Deputy Superintendent of the Andamans. Nuroji Manekji Wadia. Promotions. Royal Navy Captains to the rank of Rear Admiral Edmund John Church, ADC. Walter Stewart, CBADC. John Reginald Thomas Fullerton, ADC. Charles Barstow Theobald. Commanders to Captain Henry Hart Dyke, Richard Penrose Humpage, Frank Finnis, Vernon Archibald Tisdall, William Lecky Hamilton Brown, Arthur William Edward Prothero, Percy Morton Scott, George Leclerc Edgerton, His Royal Highness George Frederick Ernest Albert Duke of York, Kilogram. Lieutenants to Commander Ewan Francis Domville, Ernest Duncombe, Stanley Talbot, Dean Pitt, Alfred Fulling Weldon, Charles William Thomas, Reginald Purvis Cochrane, William Francis Dunnard, Frederick Rigaud Grantsmore, Douglas Austin Gamble, Cecil Burney, Thomas Philip Walker, Frederick Edward Errington Brock, Ian Mackenzie Fraser, Frederick Henry Peer Williams Freeman, Robert Henry Simpson Stokes, Richard Henry Peace, Sub-Lieutenants to Lieutenant Harry Owens Tracy, Eustace Latreby Leatham, John Richard Love Hunter Ward, Godfrey Edwin Corbett, Walter Henry Cowan, John Garnet Armstrong, Cecil John Twistleton Wycombe Fines, Robert Sterling, Ernest Kindersley Loring, Llewellyn Griffiths, Lawrence Hill Richardson, Edward Stafford Houseman, Francis Gerard St. George Brooker, Thomas Drummond Pratt, Godfrey Tew